So, jetzt tue ich etwas, was mir sehr schwer fällt, denn ich halte den Mund und stattdessen gehen wir wieder direkt in das Spiel, denn ich glaube, als erste TV-Sendung, die Fable wirklich in bewegten Bildern zu zeigen hat, müssen wir das auch tun und zeigen ein paar Bilder. Okay, let's get back into the game. Peter, what are we going to see now?
Well, it's just a little trivial thing. Simon's been walking around the world. He's just discovered that there's this kid just shouting at this beggar, and he's just being really rude to this beggar, and he's saying, I love to pick on this beggar. And I just wanted to show that you can learn things off him. Because he's been swearing at this beggar, Simon's learned the word to say the word shit. And so he chose to learn that. You don't have to learn that. So now he can just swear at anybody he likes in the world. He can walk around and swear.
So let's point that out. You walk around, you see somebody swearing at his children or something like that, and
you learn that.
Call them really bad names. Like,
yes.
I mean, you can say fuck on German TV. That's really,
you can.
That's a nice thing because nobody understands it.
Right, okay.
You can say fuck or mother or whatever. Yes. So you can really, by seeing it, you can learn it.
You can learn it, and also it's got a little bit of expression on it. So because you can put it on these keys, on these keys here.
On the D-pad?
If you press it, you can go, shit. So when we're playing cooperative, quite often we walk down as a band and we go, shit, motherfucker, shit. And we're just sort of rapping, doing our own rap. And you walk into a town like that and people rap. Anyway, that's just a trivial thing. Let's have a look a bit more of a game.
It's a nice detail.
It's just... Yeah, I think it's really funny, especially when you walk in and you see this huge dragon and all three of us go, shit! And that is just as...
Holy moly!
Yeah. Now, this is the guild. This is where all the heroes come to get their quests.
Okay.
There are some cool things about the guild. The player comes back here a lot to get new quests all the time. He also comes back here to boast. One of the things you can do, another thing you can do in the within Fable is you can get a quest like, for example, well, are there any quests? Are there no quests at the moment? There's one example where you have to protect this farm.
Yeah.
You have to protect this farm against all these bandits. And you can then stand on this podium and say, right, I'm going to do this without losing any life at all. I'm going to do this without any other farmhands dying. So what you're doing is saying, not only I'm going to do this quest, I'm going to boast and do it much more, and then your rewards get much higher. But let's from here, you can see that there are a few tourists around. This is one of your followers. He's following you around. You're so famous now, you've got a follower. He'll follow you around.
You have groupies?
You have groupies.
Perfect.
But the trouble is, your groupies, they're not fighters. If you go into a dangerous situation, your groupies can get killed. And that's, not so good. But they're always encouraging to do so. Let's go off and do a quest. Can we go off to the, maybe do the graveyard?
Peter, you already mentioned that it would be able to marry.
Yes.
Will it also be able to be in a homosexual relationship?
Do you know, I've been asked this a lot.
Yeah, we have a lot of people asking that question.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's easier to allow that than it is not to allow it. And certainly we may do a special German version, which you... I don't know, it's just a lot of questions I've heard. I mean, I see makeup and...
Germans are really liberal, so...
Yes. Well, I mean, there is absolutely no reason why you shouldn't. It's easier for us to allow that than to not allow it. Anyway, this is the... we're just coming up to the graveyard, and as you can see, it's a bit misty and it's a bit mystical. There's puzzles within Fable, as you would expect in role-playing games. And this particular puzzle, you have to locate some objects.
Yeah.
The way to do that is to use sound. But what I really wanted to show is some of the more dramatic combat. So why don't you go into the tomb and see if you can to find some few things to kill off.
This version, to what percentage is it finished?
We've done. We've actually built 90% of the world now. We've balanced about 30 or 40% of the world. So most of the rest of the game that we do is about balancing. We've got all your powers are in there. We're not showing that you've got these things called epic powers, which we're not showing. So we've got everything. We've got everything there, but I still reckon it's only about 60 to 70%. We need at least another 6 to 9 months to balance and refine and make sure that everything's.
So when will we have the opportunity to go out and buy it?
Well, Giga always asks me this question. This is the
I'm
second
sorry
time
for
I've been asked
People
this,
are really interested in that.
I would say it's going to be next year.
It's like showing them, oh, that's a nice cake, but you can't have
You
it.
can't have it. Well, it's definitely going to be. It's going to be. I would say middle of next year, probably.
Middle of next
I
year.
mean, to be honest with you, it's incredibly hard to say because every weapon can be augmented and changed. Every person's abilities can be unique. All the simulations need to be balanced, and that is a hell of a lot of work.
Would it be possible to release it on another platform than Xbox?
We're thinking a possibility of a PC version, but
okay.
there's so much of the game is refined around the joypad. To be honest with you, that's a bit of work.
Okay,
Just have a quick look at this.
Yeah, I think we'll see the battle. I hope we saw the battle because we have to come to an end. Peter, thank you very much.
No,
Simon, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Leider müssen wir schon zum Ende kommen, aber ich glaube, wir werden den Peter davon überzeugen, dass er auf jeden Fall.
Es wird Zeit.
Genau.
Der muss kommen.
Nicht mal, der in die Sendung kommt. Verdammt!
Ja.
Ich weiß nicht mehr, was ich sagen will. Raus jetzt. Tschö.
Giga Games, Peter. Großartig.